Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, Lads on the Trails. Today you're actually joining us on the Manchester Ship Canal, which you'll actually see, as you can see, there we go, look at that, we're actually on the Ship Canal here everyone. This is only really a short video because obviously we've not done anything for a while and there's a bit of reasons behind that which will be on the end of this video. So yeah, we'll give you a bit of a tour of what we're seeing here today. See you.
The Industrial Revolution, a time of unprecedented change. In the heart of it all, Manchester, a city bursting with industry, but it faced a critical problem. Manchester was landlocked, dependent on its rivals, Liverpool and Salford, for access to the sea. The cost of transporting goods was crippling. Manchester's industries were being strangled. The city's prosperity was at stake. A bold solution was needed, a lifeline to the sea. This was the driving force behind the Manchester Ship Canal. A daring idea began to take shape. To connect Manchester directly to the Irish Sea, a 36-mile waterway, a feat of engineering that would transform Manchester forever. The dream of the canal was championed by a determined group of individuals. These visionaries were not just dreamers. They were men of action, driven by a shared goal to transform Manchester into a thriving industrial hub. Their collective ambition and foresight laid the groundwork for one of the most significant engineering feats of the 19th century. Men of vision and ambition. They were the architects of progress, each bringing their unique expertise and influence to the table. Their collaboration was a testament to the power of unified effort. Daniel Gooch, a railway pioneer, saw the potential of a direct link to the sea. His experience in the railway industry gave him a unique perspective on the importance of efficient transportation routes. Gooch's innovative thinking and leadership were instrumental in the early stages of the canal project. He became the canal company's first chairman. Under his guidance, the project gained momentum and attracted the attention of other influential figures. John Edward Taylor, owner of the Manchester Guardian, used his newspaper to rally public support. His ability to communicate the canal's potential benefits to the public was crucial in garnering widespread backing for the project. The engineering genius of Edward Leader Williams brought the vision to life. Williams was not just an engineer, he was a visionary who could see the bigger picture. His innovative designs and meticulous planning were key to overcoming the numerous challenges that lay ahead. Williams, a renowned canal engineer, designed the audacious route. His plans were ambitious, pushing the boundaries of what was thought possible at the time. He overcame numerous technical challenges. From difficult terrain to financial constraints, Williams navigated through a myriad of obstacles with determination and skill. His determination and expertise were crucial to the project's success. Without his relentless pursuit of excellence, the canal might never have been completed. These men and countless others shared a belief in Manchester's potential. They envisioned a city that could compete on the global stage, a hub of commerce and industry. Their combined efforts would change the city's destiny. The Manchester Ship Canal stands as a monument to their vision, a testament to what can be achieved when people come together with a common purpose. The construction of the Manchester Ship Canal was a colossal undertaking. It involved excavating millions of tons of earth. 5 sets of locks were needed to overcome the 60-foot difference in elevation. The River Mersey had to be tamed and diverted. Innovative engineering solutions were required at every turn. One of the biggest obstacles was crossing the River Weaver. This busy navigation route was essential to the Cheshire salt industry. Williams designed the Barton Swing Aqueduct to solve this problem. This remarkable structure allowed ships to sail over the river, a testament to Victorian ingenuity. The construction of the canal was a monumental effort. Thousands of labourers toiled tirelessly, often in harsh conditions. They faced treacherous quicksand, flooding, and even outbreaks of disease. yet they persevered, driven by the promise of work and a belief in the project's importance. After 8 years of back-breaking work, the canal was complete, a 36-mile testament to human endeavour, a ribbon of water cut through the heart of the country, connecting Manchester to the world. January the 1st, 1894, a day of national celebration. Queen Victoria herself arrived to officially open the Manchester Ship Canal. The air crackled with excitement. Crowds lined the banks, eager to witness history in the making. The Queen, aboard the Royal Yacht Victoria and Albert, led a procession of vessels. Flags fluttered, bands played, and cheers erupted as the Queen declared the canal open. It was a moment of immense pride for Manchester. The city had defied its doubters and achieved the seemingly impossible. Manchester was now a port city, ready to embrace a new era of prosperity. The impact of the canal was immediate and profound. Ships laden with goods from around the globe could now sail directly into the heart of Manchester. The cost of importing raw materials plummeted. Manchester's industries flourished. New businesses sprang up along the canal banks. Shipbuilding, engineering, and manufacturing thrived. The city's population swelled as people flocked for work. Manchester became a global hub of commerce and industry. The canal had achieved its aim. It had transformed Manchester into one of the world's leading industrial cities. The Manchester Ship Canal enjoyed decades of success. It played a vital role in 2 world wars, but the latter half of the 20th century brought new challenges. The rise of containerization and the decline of traditional industries took their toll. Ships grew larger, and the canal struggled to accommodate them. Road and air transport offered faster and more flexible alternatives. The decline was gradual but undeniable. Traffic on the canal dwindled. The once bustling docks fell silent. The Manchester Ship Canal Company had to adapt to survive. It shifted its focus to handling regional freight and developing its property portfolio. Although its heyday has passed, the Manchester Ship Canal's legacy endures. This remarkable waterway, once a bustling artery of commerce, has left an indelible mark on the region. It remains a testament to Victorian ambition and engineering prowess. The canal was a marvel of its time, showcasing the ingenuity and determination of an era that sought to reshape the world through industrial might. The canal's impact on Manchester's landscape and character is undeniable. It transformed the city, turning it into a hub of activity and growth, and its influence can still be seen in the urban fabric today. It spurred the development of Trafford Park, once the largest industrial estate in the world. This area became a powerhouse of production, attracting businesses and workers from far and wide. The regeneration of Salford Quays, once a derelict dockland, is a symbol of the canal's evolving role. This transformation has turned the area into a vibrant cultural and commercial district, breathing new life into the old docks. Today, the canal is a haven for leisure and recreation. Its waters and surroundings offer a peaceful escape from the hustle and bustle of city life, attracting locals and tourists alike. Its towpaths are popular with walkers and cyclists. These paths provide a scenic route for exercise and relaxation, winding through picturesque landscapes and historic sites. Its waters host rowing clubs and water sports enthusiasts. The canal has become a centre for aquatic activities, fostering a community of sports lovers who cherish the waterway. The Manchester Ship Canal may no longer be a bustling artery of global trade, but it remains a vital part of the city's fabric. Its legacy lives on, not just in the history books, but in the everyday lives of the people who continue to enjoy and benefit from this extraordinary feat of engineering. The Manchester Ship Canal is more than just a waterway. It is a lifeline that has connected the city of Manchester to the world for over a century. This canal, stretching over 36 miles, was a monumental engineering feat when it was completed in 1894. It transformed Manchester from a landlocked city into a bustling port, opening up new avenues for trade and commerce. It is a symbol of Manchester's industrial heritage. The canal played a crucial role in the city's development during the Industrial Revolution, facilitating the transport of raw materials and finished goods. Factories and warehouses sprang up along its banks, turning Manchester into a powerhouse of industry and innovation, a testament to the city's resilience and its ability to reinvent itself. Despite facing numerous challenges, including economic downturns and the decline of traditional industries, Manchester has always found ways to adapt and thrive. The canal stands as a reminder of the city's enduring spirit and its capacity for transformation. As we stand on the banks of the canal today, we are reminded of the visionaries who dared to dream big. These pioneers saw the potential of connecting Manchester to the sea and worked tirelessly to bring their vision to life. Their legacy lives on in the form of this remarkable waterway. We remember the workers who labored tirelessly to make that dream a reality. These men and women, often working in harsh conditions, laid the foundations for Manchester's future prosperity. Their hard work and dedication are etched into the very fabric of the city. The Manchester Ship Canal is a story of transformation, of challenges overcome, and of a city forever shaped by its connection to the sea. It has witnessed the rise and fall of industries, the ebb and flow of economic fortunes, and the continuous evolution of Manchester itself. It is a story that continues to unfold as the canal adapts to the changing needs of the 21st century. Today, it serves not only as a vital transport route, but also as a hub for leisure and tourism, reflecting the dynamic and ever-changing nature of Manchester. The Manchester Ship Canal remains a living testament to the city's past, present, and future.
Hi guys, we hope that you enjoyed that video. As we said that we were going to give you an update in regards to why the channel's actually been so quiet. Obviously there's been things going on behind the scenes, like the channel was originally set up over a year ago, and that was when I was going through a bad time personally myself with my mental health. I was undergoing counselling and told me, find something what you like to do. I thought, well, I like making videos, you know, talking about history and that, so that's why the channel came along. But there's been a lot what has happened, you know, we've produced many different videos, which have been great. And this year, you know, after we moved last year, we thought, yeah, this year is the year where we kickstart the channel properly, and we found some great, interesting places to go, haven't we? And one of the places which we found was an old railway lines with loads of sidings. I found it on Google Maps. I thought, oh, I can't wait to do this and everything like that. But unfortunately, things have had to stop for us. I'd say for like probably about 10 years now, isn't it? Yeah. Like I've been suffering things like with my stomach problems, bowel problems and stuff like that. And I've never really thought much of it. Like I put some of it down to an illness which I have, like a weakened immune system. But oh, maybe it's that. And I thought foods which we're eating, hemorrhoids, like, you know, anxiety and stuff. And obviously moving and stuff like that, it's been a real positive thing. Like, and life really felt like it was getting back on track. So, you know, it was how many weeks ago now?
It's about 7 or 8 weeks ago now.
Yeah, about that. And it's like we were going to go out and do some filming and stuff, and I just literally couldn't get out the house. And so I said, that's it, I'm booking your appointment at the doctor's. And me and my wisdom, you know, and the way which
doctors are these days. I tell her, you won't get an appointment. And well, that proved me wrong, because at 1:30 that day, I actually got the appointment. I went along and I spoke with the doctor, explained everything what had been going on, because there were things like where I couldn't eat and stuff like that. So I explained it all to the doctor, and she said, do you know anything else which it could be? Obviously, I'd done research online and stuff, and I said, yeah. And she went, yeah, exactly that. So she did an examination, which weren't very nice. And then she ordered a blood test and what's called a fit test. So the blood test got done the same day, and then I dropped off the fit test on the Monday morning. And by the Tuesday morning, I think it were, I got the phone call, weren't it, from the actual doctor. And they turned around and said that it's tested positive for blood. So it was like, okay. So they referred me then to different people, really. Ended up going over to Oldham Hospital to see one doctor. He checked certain things down there, and then he said, right, what we need to do is a colonoscopy. I don't know whether anyone's ever had that, but I've got to say it's not a nice procedure to have. You can have a sedative for it. Me and my wisdom and the way which my mental health works was, well, I don't want to be hanging around in the hospital after I've had it done, because before you go for this colonoscopy, basically you have to take a laxative. So the night before was absolutely awful. As you can imagine, going to the toilet a lot, stomach pains, stuff like that. It's not something which I want to ever experience again. But obviously things in the future will be going that way anyway. But yeah, so the day came for me to go and have this colonoscopy at Oldham, and it was with the consultant which I had seen previously. Obviously the procedure was going ahead, and I'm not afraid to admit it, I did scream and I burst into tears because it was that painful. And the camera, obviously they put up you and all that lot, and they messed around and they removed like polyps, what they're called, which were sent by biopsies and stuff. And the ones in the bowels which they removed, they had already said were benign, which was really, really good news. But then, as he was bringing the camera out, that's where things got really intense, and they ended up moving 12 polyps from there, and that's all what he could remove in that. So the procedure ended, and I was wheeled out of it's like a little theatre, if you like what you're in. As soon as I got back to the bay, the nurse said, Simon, the doctor would like to have a word with you. Would you like us to bring in your partner, friend and stuff? And I said, yeah. Obviously, I thought it's unusual that quick. And yeah, I ended up getting changed, and then I was put into a private room. Taz came along, and we were in that room for about 5-10 minutes. And then a doctor came who had performed the procedure, and he came along with a nurse. Not much really made sense, because obviously I was still getting over everything in regards to that procedure, because like I say, it was so intrusive, and yeah, they need to find a new way really to do that, but obviously they have to do it that way, I suppose. So then if there is things like the polyps, like I say, they can remove them and send them off for biopsies. So yeah, they give us a load of information, a report, and basically on that report, it actually turned around and said that there was a 25mm, which is a 1-inch tumour. I was given information, and basically my team then became the Macmillan colorectal team, if you like, and clinical nurses. And they left us in the room for a while. And like, obviously, I just wanted to get out of there. So that's what we actually did. We quickly left, came home, and yeah, that took place on the Sunday. The Monday again, you know, the team called me and asked if I understood everything in regards to the procedure, what I had done. So I quickly explained it to them, what I seen and stuff like that. And it was then where basically they said further tests are required. And these further tests were going to be a CT scan and MRI. What else was they? I think that was it, weren't it? Yeah. And within about a week, I got the appointment for a CT scan. You know, never had a CT scan, and I didn't know what to expect. But I've got to admit, I found that alright. Obviously, you know, they inject you with a dye, so like in my arm here, I had a cannula, and it's connected up to the machine, and obviously they inject you from behind the screens. And that feeling when that actually comes in is quite funny, really, because you actually feel like you need to go to the toilet, or that you have been, and well, you haven't. But yeah, so, and, you know, I had read about these scans and stuff, and it was like, oh, it'd be about 20 to 30 minutes, and nah, it was nothing like that. It was all of 5 minutes, and it was like, brilliant.
I just sat down in the waiting area, just got sat down, and that's me back out.
Well, weren't it? Yeah, it's like, you're like, wow. Even like getting taken in, it's like, you know, obviously you have the cannula put in and just general chat with them. I was quickly through and yeah, quickly back out. Like, wow, that procedure was easy. And then we were waiting for the MRI, weren't it? And I got a phone call, and then they said, oh, the doctor's requested that this is urgent. So we've got an appointment, and was it Oldham I had to go for that? Rochdale, weren't it? Yeah. So I ended up going to Rochdale Hospital for that one. Yeah, again, people were like, oh, it's dead noisy and everything. But they give you headphones, and you got a bit of music coming through. To be honest, I didn't mind the music. Obviously, before going into the scanner, I asked that, would I go in feet first or would I go head first? And on this one, I was going in head first, unlike with CT where I went in feet first, which wasn't so bad. Yeah, and when you're going in, you know, you have it, ooh, you know, but you've got the headphones on. You do hear the machine, but the way which people made it out like it was really, really loud and everything, I didn't really find it that bad. And again, an MRI I've never had before. So obviously they were all done. We'd only been gone from the hospital about 2 hours, and we got a phone call, and it was all results are back, and the doctor wishes to see you in the bowel clinic, and that was like a week after, wasn't it? So obviously there was a bit of a delay in between, and that we went to the bowel clinic and obviously you're in a private room, and that's where then the doctor, you know, he did tell me I have cancer, which obviously is a shock. Obviously they tell you all this information and you try and take it in, but you can't. Sorry. Oh, promised myself I won't do this. Yeah, so, you know, they give us all this information. It was very long-winded how they were trying to get to the point, which was frustrating me. And I just asked him, I was, look, is it cancer? And he went, yes. And he was like, next question for me was, has it spread? I was told no. And that, which I thought great. And obviously, like he said, basically they'd have to hold what's called an MDT meeting. They was trying to rush my case through because this all happened on the Thursday and the MDT meetings took place on a Friday. And they managed to hear my case on the Friday. and it was decided there and then that because of this tumour, it is actually a rare tumour. Although it's rare, there is actually a team for it. Well, that team is based at the Quays Hospital. So basically, there were further delay because an MDT meeting needed to take place again with the Quays, which wouldn't have taken place. Well, it took place the week later, weren't it? Again. And yeah. It's been difficult. I'm actually due to go into hospital a week on Tuesday, not actually to have the tumour removed or chemotherapy or radiotherapy or anything like that. Basically, I've got to have a temporary stoma fitted, which obviously worries you. And, you know, because I've never, again, had anything like that. I've hardly ever been in hospital. If I've been in, it's been just overnight for various different stuff. The only time that I spent a long time in hospital was when I was sectioned under the Mental Health Act many, many, many years ago. So all this is just like, whoa, you know, what do I do? You know, so I've got to have this stoma fitted because where my tumour actually is, without being too graphic or anything for people, it's actually on the exit of the rectum area. So passing things like stools is very, very difficult for me and very painful. And I struggle to eat, but yeah, I need to put weight on so then I'm strong enough for these operations. And that's obviously a difficult thing at the moment. So it's been decided that a temporary stoma will be fitted. I met with a stoma nurse on Thursday, and she came, she spoke with me and told me all about it. And it was only that day, because previously all what I thought I was going to be having was chemotherapy, then surgery. And I actually found out, no, I'll be having chemotherapy, radiotherapy, and then surgery. Obviously, I've got to have the chemo and radiotherapy beforehand so that then we can try and shrink this tumour. Because if you can't shrink it, basically, it means that I'll live with a permanent stoma, which, you know, I suppose it isn't the end of everything, which I know it's not. But it's still difficult to deal with. So, yeah. That's really where we're up to. Like I say, I'm going in a week on Tuesday to have this operation for a stoma to be fitted. I'll be in anywhere between 4 to 10 days. That's all what I know. And then after that, I'm not even sure what happens. I should imagine once the stoma's fitted, then the Christie team, you know, I'll go down and meet and see who my surgeon is, see who my nursing team is, see where I'll be, and I believe you get to see what theatre looks like, so it's not too thing for yourself. But yeah, so as you can appreciate, we've really had to take a step back from producing videos, which, you know, isn't something which we had planned this year. And, you know, my health comes first, because this cancer, it's actually stage 4, and it's T4 2B, which means it's an advanced cancer as well. And it's actually spread to other lymph nodes or areas around that area, although I've been told already that it hasn't. So I'm really confused by all that, but it is, and it's confirmed in writing, you know, T4 2B. So yeah, obviously we've got challenging weeks, months ahead. I'm hoping to get through it all, and then obviously get back to doing what we love doing, which is exploring the history of the Northwest and creating the videos and having fun doing it. you know, and personally, you know, it'd be nice for when I'm doing them videos to actually be pain-free, being able to eat out and not need to worry that I need to get to places quickly as possible, get everything done as quickly as possible so that I can get back home where then I'm comfortable and have everything around me, you know. So yeah, and know this can be a trigger to people. It isn't here to upset people, and you know, I'm not saying this to look for sympathy or anything like that. You know, it's just about keeping our subscribers informed on what's actually going on behind the scenes. And, you know, we really value everyone who supports the channel, who watches our videos. When we started this, you know, I just thought it might be just a couple of friends which would watch the videos. And, you know, last year it was when we did Shibden Hall, when we were away on holiday at Hebden Bridge. It's like we put our video on and we just kept seeing it climb and climb, like, and it's currently at 1.7k views. And it's like, I never expected that, you know, and each time we put a video on, you know, we get so many views, like, and it's like, we really appreciate that and we don't want to lose that. So, yeah, thought give you the update. And if there is any videos which we can do, I will try and do them the best we can. But yeah, it's just going to take time. And hopefully we'll get through this and yeah, we'll be back bouncing around. Hopefully me being my silly self like I used to be.
You get some sandwiches.
Yeah, I can get squash sandwiches off Taz, you know, why he has perfect ones and stuff. So, yeah. So, why it's not great news, guys. Like I say, I hope it hasn't upset anyone. Please bear with us. And, you know, we'll try and keep you updated as much as we can. You know, like I say, it's just going to be challenging. So, yeah, but thank you for everyone which watches us and for subscribing to the channel as well. We really, really do appreciate it. And we hope that in the near future we're going to bring you some more great content because we had so much lined up this year. So I'm just going to leave that there now, guys. There'll be some images which we took from the canal cruise. So, yeah. Hope you enjoy and we hope to see you very soon. Thank you.
Hey guys.
Bye.
With Simon and Taz on the path we go, through cobbled streets where rivers flow, a land alive with tales untold, where every step uncovers gold. The northwest calls with winds that sing to hidden gems where echoes cling, abandoned halls with secrets deep and stories lost in time's long sweep. Lads on the trails will never slow, through whispers of a world we'll know, forgotten voices, they guide our way, history's seen.